A lot of y'all not going to Alabama.
Man.
A lot of y'all not going to LSU.
Preach.
A lot of y'all gotta have realistic expectations for yourself. I know y'all cold, but y'all gotta realize it's not a lot of people go to the college and play ball in any division, any level. It's like a 2-3%.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Scholarship Offer System Podcast. I got another guest for us today. This guest is running from the NEVILLE High School out of Monroe, Louisiana. This is Simeon Stevenson. The tackle from the Southeastern State University, Savage Storm, and one of my best friends. It don't get any better than this. So I know how to introduce you when I talk to people, bro. But how do you introduce yourself when you're introducing yourself to anybody?
Man, I usually say Simeon. Most people can't pronounce my name right, so it's Simeon. Everybody call me Simeon, Big Son. My boy Drake gave me that in college. He gave me that name in college, so everybody call me Big Son too.
Yeah.
So that's how it is.
Okay, I got you. So, man, jumping right into it, you out of Monroe, Louisiana. 2008, y'all win. Was it 2008, 2009? Y'all won a state championship.
So 2009, we won a state championship. We were ranked. We finished 20 or 21 in the country. Only team we lost to was West Monroe. They was ranked number 3.
Okay, yeah.
So it was like 4A, 5A, and they won state that year. So we were 4A state champs.
Right.
They were 5A state champs right above us, and that's 2 of the highest levels. And everybody knows 4A is the best 4A out of all the A's. 4A is the best one. That's what John Curtis. That's where everybody leaves the 4A. We the only ones that still there. Everybody leaves 4A because they're scared because John Curtis was there. Anybody know about football? Everybody know about John Curtis. Everybody know about John Curtis. John Curtis, Evangel, Desterham, West Monroe. Everybody used to be out there, but then they separated. It was too damn powerful in that conference and that division we was in. Right.
Shoot, yeah. So, man, take us down, I guess, a little bit through your recruiting journey. Like, take us, I guess, from starting from your sophomore year in high school, how your recruiting, I guess, picked up from there all the way to your junior year. Then you cap it off with your senior year.
I know most of y'all heard about Chemo's story. Chemo came from the gutter. Yeah, at least never had a brand name like a little bit.
Yeah.
Man. Chemo school, man, that's East Texas.
Man.
Like ain't no big school out of East Texas like that in Sulphur Springs. And I ain't gonna lie, we played Marshall and we played Longview. So them 2 East Texas teams we used to play.
Yeah.
Longview beat our ass one year. The dog, that when they were cold.
Yeah.
They won a state like a year or 2 ago. And the year before that, and then Marshall, we always beat Marshall. Marshall was trash.
They was all right.
They was all right. They had one kid went to Oklahoma. He was a QB, but he was all right. But my recruiting process, I say like freshman year, coming in, we went undefeated. Coming out of junior high, so I come in my freshman year. Went undefeated our freshman year. We had a lot of hype, so that's like I'm going kind of like fast forward, but we went out for a little hype off that because we've been playing with each other since YMCA, like little kids, all of us know each other, moms, everybody. To this day, I haven't seen a couple of them in years. We still we get back together. We had that class reunion this past year, a few months ago, and it just like we were back in high school all over again. So recruiting process, freshman year, I got a couple letters. Got some from Iowa, like weird schools like that. I had one from Mississippi College. I was like, I don't know what the hell that's at.
Right.
Me growing up from Louisiana, every kid from Louisiana want to go to LSU. That's the first school. I don't care if they do go to other schools. Everybody want to go to LSU, especially that time it was hyped up. Nick Saban was there, which makes me sad to this day. Les Miles was there, so it was crazy. But the time I was in high school, so freshman year, kind of like I said, I didn't hit my growth spurt really. Sophomore year is when I started getting a couple letters. But the sophomore, junior, and senior, I tell you, I started. That was the beginning time of the camp era. Like everybody now you can just go to a camp and just get offered. We didn't know that much about that when I was growing up in high school. Now they got recruiting coordinators. Now I go to NEVILLE now, it's recruiting coordinators. They got people at different colleges staked out and everything like that.
Right.
They ain't had none of that crap when we was going up. We had camps, and we went to camps. Mr. Calhoun, one of my teammates' dads, real good guy. He'll take a select few of us. We'll pay like a couple $100, and we went to a tour. We went to a tour to like different states. So we went to all the camps in Louisiana. They can be from North. It can be something small like a 1-day camp, Northwestern. That's how I got one of my offers from Tulane. Went to like a 1-day camp. They came to NEVILLE. They did a 1-day camp. Man, it was me and this other big kid. He went to Cary. He actually went to Tulane. Yeah, I think he actually went to Tulane at the end of that camp. But big kid, they actually recruiting him at the time because he was like 6'4", muscles, ripped, DN. He looked good. And they offered him, they offered me too. They weren't expecting to offer me at that time. But then in my junior year, I played. So my freshman year, played, like I said, I played varsity even too. So yeah, moved up after the season. We went to it was like a select few of us, basically the ones that got that potential. Moved up to varsity. We played the last couple games. I was just happy to be there, dressed out, all that crap.
But y'all went to the playoffs dang near every year, huh?
Every year. So every year in high school, I always went to the playoffs. 1 year, freshman year, I'll say freshman and sophomore year. Anybody from Louisiana can tell you that's the year like Baxter was there. Baxter was king. They had I played the likes that one team. I can tell everybody about these. So this one team, Bastrop, and everybody know about this in Louisiana. Anybody in Oklahoma in the South know about this team. Bastrop, it was right after Hurricane Katrina. They did some illegal stuff. What we gonna say? But magically, they just got a couple more players. These dudes just start coming out the blue. They had Randall Mackey. Randall Mackey was a Division I Ole Miss. He went to Ole Miss. He went to East Mississippi at First Community College. And didn't have the grades. He won state like 4 years back. He was like Louisiana Kyler Murray. But he went to Ole Miss. He went to East Mississippi, won a championship there. Then he went to Ole Miss and balled out a little bit of Ole Miss, played a little bit of Ole Miss. I think he overseas now. They have Ruben Randall. Now, anybody know about Ruben Randall was the number one player coming out of high school. He was number 2 wide receiver on that team. They actually had one. So they had Ruben Randall. Everybody know about Ruben, number 2. Ruben 2 times. I used to play with him on Instagram. I used to throw it up, he'd go get it. 6'4", freak. He was the number 2. They had number 1, D'Angelo Benton. He went to Auburn. He was on the national championship team. He didn't play that much, but he was on that team. He was cold. They had the D line was stacked. They had one guy went to Mississippi State, I know for sure. A nose tackle went to Mississippi State. They had another one went to LSU. The backups, I know Josh Downs, D.D. Jones. Both one went to Arkansas, the other one went to the backups. One went to Arkansas, and the other one went to LSU. Man, that were the backups. DNs were stacked. And the whole D line went D1. And it was 6'4". I'm talking about DD was 6'4", whole grill in his mouth. Man, I was like, damn, this some shit. But I went to the playoffs every year, but that year, them 2 years, like basketball for it. They won state. We win that game. I remember like it was yesterday. We win that game, and it was like glory. I don't know if anybody's seen Glory, but when Denzel, everybody seen that meme of Denzel Washington crying. Right. And they knew they was about to die.
That single tear.
Yeah, the single tear. You knew you was about to die. Like we knew we was gonna lose that game. I came in that sophomore year. This it. We played on first round. We was trash my sophomore year. First round, we got the first seed. I was like, we went in that locker room. It was quiet. We wasn't happy, excited. Like I knew, I was like, it's gonna be the end of my sophomore year. Because they was cold. We got to ask what. But then junior year, our QB got hurt. We was like in 2 games away from the state. And then senior year, we went to the state, but man, it's by the grace of God. We played McDonald 35. That's probably the hardest team we played, actually. Even we blew out Franklinton. We played. They had Terrence McGee. Terrence McGee went to LSU, played a couple of years in the league. Running back Cole. That's one of the coldest running backs I played against. I didn't have a lot of running backs break my tackles. He won a few that broke my damn tackles. Him, they had another kid too went to LSU. They had a good couple kids too. Well, the running back went to Auburn. But I never heard from him after that. But then, but the game, a couple games before that, we played McDonald 35. Ironically, this is one of the schools that I lost one of my scholarships, my Tulane scholarship, and I'm telling y'all the importance about grades because we tackled in that game. Went to Tulane. He basically got my scholarship. I didn't score at a certain ACT at that time. But yeah, they were stacked. But we were undefeated. They had to forfeit 4 games, so it dropped them in the standing. So they was an undefeated team that played in the second round. And they were called. They were from New Orleans, McDonald 35. And man, we won by like 2 seconds. We won by a field goal like 2 seconds left. Like after a point, like I was gonna cry because like I thought we lost. One of my homeboys, while Darius ran out.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I just want to stop by real quick and let you know that this episode is brought to you by the Football Scholly Bundle. It's literally everything you need to get your son recruited to play college football. I'm talking on the radar, recruited, and then signed. So go check it out at footballschollybundle.com. I'm going to put a link in the somewhere on this video. But I just want to stop by real quick and let you know that. But hey, let's get back to the show.
Ran that thing back. Scored a touchdown. We went to overtime, kicked the field goal, stopped them on D. That was the hardest game, we ever played in high school. Morning State. Everybody else after that, we blew out.
That's one of them character builder games right there.
Man, character builder games.
Yeah.
The next round after that, we played the game before state. We played Lutcher. At that time, they was running 3A. Jarvis Landry and them was running 3A, 3A like a mud. And I tell people this all the time. I knew Jarvis was gonna go to the league. To that motherfucker, he was playing linebacker and wide receiver. He won defensive player of the year, wide receiver and linebacker. So he was cold. He was cold. He run like a running back. So I remember that game like it was yesterday because they was hyping them up. Because Jarvis like he was cold. I ain't gonna lie, he was cold. But luckily we rained that day. And, we had Jamar. Jamar was one of our cornerbacks. And he locked them down, and we had somebody over the top just in case.
All right. Dang, that's crazy. So, bro, being on a team that's stacked and going to the playoffs every year, like how does that feel? Because I know it was the complete opposite for me. And I know a lot of people who are watching, I know it's the complete opposite for them as well. Like, how does it feel to be on a team that's winning every year and you ended up with a state championship ring?
It kind of spoils you in a way because, you expected to go like Neville. We got such tradition. We got 12 state championships, ranked a couple times in the country every once in a blue moon. That like after that year, Neville just went up after that. We were ranked every year in the country. They started putting out D1 players like it ain't
left
nothing.
And right. Yeah.
Like left and right. We got people who won Alabama. Rashad just won championship a couple years ago. Big Phil just won one Alabama last year and the year before that. So they just used to winning. Like Neville, Coach Hernan, he raised a lot of good D linemen. He trained a lot of good D linemen, and we just had that talent pool. It was like a streak for about 4 years. Even you possibly have Jericho on this call. He'll tell you he got 2. Rashad got 3, I think. He got 3 state championships, and 2 of Rashad was back to back. He went to state back to back, and actually went 3 times. And Jericho, you think about it, I think he went all 4 years.
Really?
So I think he went all 4 years. He lost. No, he didn't. He didn't make it his senior year. I remember they got blew out by his senior year. They ain't made it senior year. But the 3 years before, he made it because he won 2 to back to back, and then the one before that they lost. They lost to Carr. They lost to Edna Carr, which is a cold team, one of the ranked cold teams in the country too. But it just kind of spoils you. But also, I'll say Southeastern humbled me a lot, but it was great. It was great. It always pushed you to be better. We always had a good tradition. Like I said, 12 state championships total coming back from like we got championships coming from like the 1960s all the way to this year. But I also had other kids from other schools and stuff like that never touched the playoff. Like how I know, like you, Chemo, or never been to the playoffs, or never went to state.
Right.
And like I said, it's just a humbling, growing experience. But also, it makes you it'll make you lackadaisical. I think it feel like on the player but I feel like it do. Never mind, I take that back. I feel like it do because the year after we won state, they got kind of lax and they were losing the team that they ain't had no business to. And then they came back up and like, we all beatable. So let's get back on that stuff. So I feel like it was a great thing, great experience. And like I said, I wouldn't change it for the world because if anything, Neville, like I said, great coaches, great coaching staff, great people up there. But like I said, they just grew from there. I wish I was just a little bit later on the growing part with the recruiting wise because they had a lot. I think I could have had a lot more potential. A lot more offers, I'll say, coming out of high school.
I feel you. So walk us through that Tulane offer, man. Like you said, if you had went to a 1-day camp, they had ended up inviting you, offering you after that camp.
Yeah, so I say about a total of about 5 offers. I had
Okay.
Southeastern Oklahoma was like a last edition type thing.
Right,
a lot of schools were waiting on my ACT score, so I know I had ULM. They were like a waiting offer. A lot of people don't know about this, and they get. I'll tell you guys, they can pull your scholarship whenever they want to. Even if they offer you, they can pull it whenever.
Right.
They were waiting on the wings. They said, "Sam, you got to score a certain ACT score." Boom, boom. Tulane. Tulane is a private school, and Tulane I really wanted to go to because, like I said, I'm more realistic. I ain't like some of these players that think, "Oh, I need to go to LSU or Texas." I played. Like I started my last 2 years. Started my junior and senior year. I played a lot my sophomore year, which I felt like really kind of hurt me recruiting wise because I feel like I was better than dude. Like, a lot of people tell you, "Nah, I'm better than dude that was there my sophomore year." It wasn't no knock against him. I was just a lot bigger than him. He was like five. He was like 5'4".
Oh, wow. It is what it is. Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I had them Southeastern in Louisiana, Southeastern Lions, Northwestern, and I had Tulane. Tulane was probably the biggest offer at the time because with them, like I said, the area I thought about location, New Orleans, Louisiana. Yep. Of course, I'm gonna be down there. I'm close to LSU. I'm close to Southern. I'm close to Lafayette. Location matters a lot when it comes to recruiting. That was the biggest thing. I didn't want to stay in Monroe. I'm like, I'm from Monroe. Ain't nobody here. Like everybody going down to Southern. All the fine girls were going to Southern. Like they were going here. They were going over there. They were going to LSU. The lawyers, the engineer girls, the fine. LSU and Southern. Rambling. Like they were going upstate. So ULM had a cool couple bunches, but location was a big thing. New Orleans, but it's a gift and a curse. Because in the long run, I feel like college was still fun because all the people I met, which stemmed through you and so on and so forth. So I met some great friends through college. But if I had my choice, Tulane was that big thing. And like I said, I went to that one-day camp. Like I said, by that meeting, chemo time was about that start of like people started knowing like, hey, let's go to these camps.
Exactly.
I went to the Tulane camp. Like I said, I balled out, man. I learned a lot of stuff. We had the D-line coach, man. He was so cool. I forgot the dude's name, but he was an old school dude doing a rip move. He was showing me my rip. That's why I get my rip, my spin moves and stuff like that.
Right.
And they gave me an offer like right after that. I performed real good. Then I was lean 250, but my body weight, that's another thing that hurt me too. Weighting wise, because I weighed about 250, 260 for D tackle, and I was already kind of short, kind of like an Aaron Donald type, 6'1". Right. And I heard recruiting stories all the time, like Nick Saban, he'll come, and I know listening from my other homeboys that were big, they went to TCU or big time school, they say, man, Nick Saban, he's heartless. He'll tell you like, oh no, you ain't tall. Oh, I need you 6'4". 6'4", 6'5". And I know I wasn't like that, so I was more realistic. I knew I was cold, but I was like, as long as I get to a school, I can prove myself. And if I'm got the ability to go to the league, then I'll go. If not, it is what it is.
Right.
But I chose Tulane just because, like I said, after that camp, balled out during the camp, did a great job. They offered me right after that. And they just told me, they looked at my grades and stuff. They said my grades wasn't horrible, but they was average. I could have, instead of those C's I made, I wish I could have went back. And I even tried to go back and retake class. That's how desperate I was trying to get. I was trying to go back and retake classes just to bump my stuff up to my C to a B. Because people don't realize it's like that point system. A's is like, I think like a certain, like it's like a 3 or something. A B is a 2. A B is a 2.
Yeah. Hold on, I think A's are 4s, ain't it? A's are 4s, B's are 3s, C's are 2s, and D's are 1s or whatever. But,
and I think at that time, I think C's weren't nothing. I think C's were like a neutral grade.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I got a lot of C's in high school.
Hey, me too.
Me too. And y'all realize too, see, ain't nothing wrong with that. C's get the grades, but you want to get better grades. You want to get the best grades coming out of high school. I'm telling you that's affect 90% of your recruiting. I give it's a high percentage of recruiting. It's about, I ain't gonna say 90%. It's about 70%. 70% of recruiting.
I would say about 70, 75. But the thing is, a lot of people don't know about this sliding scale that's out here. You know what I'm saying? If your high school GPA is this, your ACT got to be this.
And that's what I didn't know.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's one thing. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Keep on. Go ahead.
I'm
preaching. You preaching. You cooking.
I'm just saying, man. That's one of them things, bro, that people don't know about till they go through it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like anything else with like don't know about it till you actually in it. It's like, damn.
Exactly.
But
And that grading scale you're talking about, that's what was my problem. So I had I think I had at the time like a 2.8. So 2.8 ain't
not
great,
bad,
but it ain't bad either. I see people with lower GPAs. And I'll tell you a story in a little bit about my homeboy Hodge went to Arkansas. He know about this. He'll tell you the story when you get a moment. So but I kept scoring 22 in the ACT. I had to score like a 20, I think a 23 or 24, 25. It was one of the two. I think like a 24. And I scored 22 twice on the test. Twice on the test. Both times. I scored, I ain't gonna lie, I guessed on the science part one time. And I scored it was crazy. I scored 30 on that. I don't know how, but the first I still got the paperwork at my house. People don't believe me. I was like, bro, I guessed the whole science part. I had not one thing. I never teach me none of that stuff.
Yeah, you're a whole scientist out here,
man. I'm telling you. But yeah, that was my problem. I took it 3 times. I took it 3 times. I took one my freshman time, but it's gonna be low. It's gonna be low. I scored, I think I think I probably signed my name, probably got like a 19 or something. It was something low. But yeah, I scored 22 2 times. And my last time I scored at 22, man, they took that offer right in front of me. And they gave it to the guy that the tackle that played at McDonough. And he went to Tulane. I don't know what happened to him, but yeah, that's what happened with the big offer. And so when you offer people too, people don't realize too, when you offer and you say, hey, that's it, a lot of people don't come back and show you love on certain stuff. Or they they already got their number. They already got their set number of people or what positions they're gonna get for that year. Exactly. So if you don't accept, I'll tell you this, ULM, it wasn't ULM. It wasn't ULM. It wasn't it was like a D1AA school. I ain't gonna say the name of D1AA school, but they basically told me I had to take that offer or they were gonna leave. Like they took if I don't accept that offer right then and there, they were gonna take it and go somewhere else. And I'm like, I got 2 lanes. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll gamble.
Man, same thing happened to me, bro. That's like, hey, look, if they haven't came by now, they probably not coming.
Exactly.
So they like, we got this offer for you, and we're ready to sign you. If you sign, we're good. But if you don't sign right now, we're not gonna go. I mean, we're gonna move on. So I'm like, that's another thing. You gotta trust yourself, and you gotta know your abilities and
take your chances.
Exactly. Because I could have went to a smaller school at the same time and just thinking, oh, I'm not that good. Ain't nobody else talking to me. Man, I was like, no, I'm just gonna wait it out one more day. You know what I'm saying?
Wait it out.
Right. Just having that confidence in yourself. That's what this thing is about. You know what I'm saying? What this podcast is basically just knowing the process, having confidence in yourself, knowing your abilities and being realistic, like you said. And that's what people are missing. Everybody wants to do the most. Everybody wants to be the guy. Bro, it's real out here.
It's real. And I'm telling y'all too, a lot of y'all not going to Alabama. Man. A lot of y'all not going to LSU.
Preach.
A lot of y'all gotta have realistic expectations for yourself. I know y'all cold, but y'all gotta realize it's not a lot of people go to the college and play ball in any division, any level. It's like a 2-3%. It ain't a lot of people on earth that can play up to that level. It's a lot of things dictated. Grades, your size at the time. You might be a late bloomer. I've seen some people. I'll tell this Cedric. I forgot the new kid name. Cedric, whatever. It was Cedric something. He played at Southern Arkansas. He was 150. He walked on to Southern Arkansas. He got up. He played. He tackled Cedric Goins or something. He played in the league. Long story short, but he was 150 when he got there. Walked on to Southern Arkansas. They don't even got a gym. Got it up, shot up to 6'4", 300 something pounds, something crazy. So it can happen. Some of y'all, like I said, some of y'all might be late bloomers.
Right.
But everybody, y'all gotta be realistic with yourself. And number one, don't panic. When you see you ain't got no offers or anything like that, you'll be surprised. Southeastern came at me at the last minute. You know how I got a call? I got an offer from Southeastern. They see me at a Northwestern camp. So at the time, Northwestern had a camp. That I'll tell you another camp story. So I'll tell y'all, let me start like this. I'll tell y'all the camps I went to. Went to LSU camp. That's when I knew I was like fat and out of shape. I went there my first true freshman year. I went to LSU camp. I've never been so tired in my life. That's probably why they didn't recruit me. They were like, God dang, like you got the size, ooh, you fat and out of shape. I was fresh.
Gotta be ready.
You gotta be ready. So that's when I see in these camps, I gotta be ready. This stuff real. Went to Texas Tech camp. That probably I want to go to Texas Tech after that camp. I knew I was gonna get an offer after that. Didn't get off. I went to TCU one day camp. I went to, I think it was the TCU camp, or he was telling me the TCU or Northwestern camp. They seen me at Southeastern did. Because at the time, Jeff Fitzgerald, he was bringing in like a little pipeline from Louisiana at that time.
Right.
But he was in Oklahoma at the time. What else? Other camp I went to there? Tulane, of course. I think ULM had it. I went to a couple of them. Tech had one. I went to a couple locals, a couple in Texas. But I feel like if I would have knew at the time, I would have went to more camps. I would have sent my video out to more people, highlight tape, stuff like that. We had, like I said, now they got a full staff dedicated to that now. Right. At that time, we had to make our own highlight tape, and we had to send it off. Like I remember, I spent my own money. Like I met this dude. He chopped up my tape, and like I sent it off at the time to a couple recruiters, all recruiters to the area. And you never know, that tape might have circulated and got to Southeastern. I don't know. But I got a couple, like I said, I got a couple letters after that. I got a bunch of letters after that, after my highlight tape came out. I sent that highlight tape to everywhere. It was like a list that Mr. Calhoun found. He sent it to a bunch of addresses. I started sending them out. Like I spent my own money. I was sending these tapes out, like sending these disc out. Yeah. I still got that disc. I still got a couple discs at the house. Right. I sent them disc out to everywhere. Sam Houston State. I didn't care where it was. Hoochie Moochie State. Everywhere. Mississippi College. Everybody.
Hey, I feel you.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was about to say that's that grind that nobody sees, man. Like it's so much harder. Well, it was so much harder back then to get like on the radar and get noticed. And now you got social media that's popping. You got YouTube, all
stuff. They got something now I'm watching called the Air app. They swiping left, right, and left. What school you want to go to? I said, what
like
the hell? Like it's tender. I'm like, y'all can really pick out schools like this,
right?
And then the grace of God, if you want a 4.2, you can get an offer. You go to these camps. Now I've seen kids want a 4.2, smalls, I don't know what, probably ain't play liquor football and get off.
Exactly. So they gonna find somewhere to use you. Yeah,
they're gonna find somewhere to use it. But Southeastern, I got that offer at the last minute, man. After that Tulane offer fell through, really ain't had that many offers left because that was close to signing period.
Right.
I was at Taco Bandino. I worked at Taco Bandino, part-time job. Man, Coach Fitz called me. He said, "Hey, man, I got an offer for you right now. Right now, I can have you start. I can have you playing. Now he told me a dream, but I mean, they all gonna say your dream when you first started.
Of course.
But he did deliver a little bit because I played my true freshman year. But yeah, he like, man, I want you to come out here. You can start right now. At the time, they had a lot of D tackles that left or got in some trouble, whatever they did. Southeastern. So I came in not starting playing my true freshman year and traveling with the team. That's why like all my friends like now older, OL, Izzy, all them guys are older than me because shoot, I was the one freshman. I was just happy to be playing on the team. I'm on the bus. I'm getting meals. I'm just happy. Like, and it was a Lone Star conference. Another reason why I picked Southeastern is because, like I said, just competition. I like competition. That's why I like NEVILLE because we usually play the best of the best. And so I went to Southeastern because at the time, it was a Lone Star conference. We played Commerce. They about to go D1 now. It's crazy. They about to go D1. We played in Incarnate Word. They D1. And that's why they broke up. They won't say it publicly, but that's why they broke up. So they used to have the Lone Star conference. And then all Oklahoma teams, they want to basically stay the same, D2. The Texas team, like, nah, I want to go D1. Because, like, Incarnate Word D1, we played San Antonio D1. We were supposed to play them, but Coach Rich was scared. But who we played? Kingsville, Tarleton, Abilene Christian, who's D1 now.
Right.
So we played a couple D1 teams, and like I said, we got whooped. But like I said, Southeastern, like I said, it's a gift from the curse of Southeastern. I never lost that much in my life. But like I said, it comes back to NEVILLE, just putting in that grind, and we always practiced and worked out like we was a losing team. Right. But we always made it to the playoffs and made the state. So but yeah, Southeastern was that last minute team that gave me that opportunity. I'm blessed for it because I got a career off of it. That's one of the biggest things and blessings. I got good friends from it, so I take those two things from it.
Right, yeah. Because sometimes people get so caught up in trying to go to these big programs, but at the end of the day, bro, just going anywhere and playing, it's a
somebody playing. Yeah, and somebody playing for your school. That's the most important part.
Right.
That's the main thing.
Man, because them student loans, it's no joke.
Nah, they ain't no joke. Nah, they ain't no joke. Yeah, they ain't no joke at all.
Right. And it's crazy because like people think that, like, as far as my situation goes, they think I was just a full-ride athlete out the gate. I was like, shoot, no, man, I had to work for that. Hey, I still got student loans from my first 2 years. So it's like,
shit.
man.
I got student loans too. I'm almost done paying off. I got to do my first couple years, my first year there. They gave me a high scholarship there. I ain't got that much money, I ain't gonna lie.
Right, yeah,
but I got
crazy.
Yeah, I got a couple bands that they got to pay back, but I'm just being cheap. I don't want to give money my money. But but yeah, they gave me a football. I'm telling you, D2, and a lot of people know D2, D1, and D3 is a whole different level because at one point, I know Mississippi College, they D2 now, but Mississippi College gave me an offer. You know, D3, they don't give out no money. I was like, man, look here, I might as well just walk on. I ain't about to go to D3. I got to go somewhere that don't pay some money. I need some money paid, and went on my recruiting visit, and I went to all my recruiting visits. I tell everybody, take all the recruiting visits you can. Take your trips, man. Take advantage of all that stuff, man. You ain't gonna never get that stuff. Never get that stuff back again.
That's a fact. And plus, like the important thing about business, man, like how you know you want to be somewhere, you ain't really just went and checked it out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta check out the community. You know what I'm saying? See if there's some place you would like to be. Check out the campus, man. Go sit in on a class or something. You know what I'm saying? You got to get a vibe for where you're gonna be the next 4 to 5 years. So it's like, don't just jump on this place because they offered you, man. Just check it out. Do your research. Do your research.
Do your research. I had one. Yeah, it's simple as that. Because you guys, I'm telling you one thing. I'll tell you about my reason. This is me personally as a man. I'm gonna get you out of the dark side of recruiting, not dark side of recruiting, but kind of the shady side of recruiting.
Yeah.
So I went on my recruiting visit to Southeast. Like I said, this is my last. I got them in Washington Baptist. It was down in them too. Like I said, the D1s. Like I said, I was already. I don't look big. Like I'm 300 now. I don't look 300. Like then I was 250. I didn't look 250. So people were so shocked when I got on the scale. So I went to Southeastern, and it was between them and Oklahoma Baptist. They had D2 school too.
Yeah.
Arkansas, like, it's too close to home. Arkansas, ain't nobody there. Me, I like women, a lot of women. So that like I said, location. Arkansas, it's in Arkansas. It's in Washington Baptist, I think in Arkadelphia. I think somewhere, I don't know, somewhere. Something like that.
No, I think it's in. I think the city is called Washington.
I think it is Washington. I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Because I think Arkadelphia, I think it's Henderson or something like that.
That is, I'm tripping. Yeah, it is Henderson.
Yeah, something like that.
You're right. But they are for me too. So it was between them two. And I was like, dang, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let me go to South. I'm like, Oklahoma. I'm like, it's Oklahoma, Arkansas, both states. In my head at the time, great, like I said, great states. No offense to them. But at the time, like, Arkansas, Oklahoma, it's poo and poo.
Right.
It's poo and poo. One of the things I looked up, I was like, look up the competition. Who they play? All right, how many people? The more I looked up, how many people they get to the NFL? Like what? I know D2 as a whole, they can get people to the league. I looked at Washington Baptist at the time; they were kind of trash. And I looked at the schedule, who they played, and then I seen Southeastern play Northwestern, which was a D1 school. And I seen them play a couple D1 schools. I was like, okay, now they were getting blown out, but it's just the fact that I get that exposure of a D1 look still without being a D1 playing a D1 competition. So that was one of the biggest things. Second thing I seen, they had a casino. Not gonna lie, they had a casino. Casino, I'm not a gambling addict. I hate to lose money. Don't look like gamble or nothing like that. The reason why I seen that, noticed that, like I said, Kimo was saying, know the area. You do your research, know the area. So when you have casinos, you have more people, you have maybe parties, clubs, stuff. I want to go to clubs, want to party a little bit. Of course, boom, boom, boom. If I'm going to go to one of these two cities, I got to go somewhere I can party at. I'm not going to lie. I'm 17, 18. I got to party.
Exactly.
So I already seen the campus. Number two, and this is what dark side is. So some D2 schools, I know Southeastern at the time, I don't know if they still do this. They used to have recruiter girls around the building. They say they give you a text, hey, make sure, bring your girl bad, or whoever you need to bring to that campus so we can show you around. Man, I went there and this is girl, I don't know. This one we're gonna go viral. So Megan, Von Miller girl, baby mom situation. She was up there. Now she looked beautiful, immaculate, black queen, beautiful. I was like, oh man, Oklahoma got them like this. I was like, oh, it's about to be lit. Then I seen we had a couple more girls, a volleyball team that was looking nice. Knowing me, we didn't have volleyball in Northeast Louisiana. It got suspended for some reason. So I had my first time seeing volleyball girls. Man, these girls was, they had a girl from New York that was there. Everybody knows Southeast what I'm talking about. New York, she was fine. They had a couple girls. And I love my queens. So I was like, oh man, them popping. I went to Washington, they didn't do all that. They had I think near a military school or something. He was born
Oh man.
second. That was the second strike. So like I said, location. I had a casino. Casino bring more people, parties. Like I said, I met Mark Cuban in Sports City. Me and El met Mark Cuban in Sports City.
Yeah.
But one of the biggest things too, it was close to Dallas, Texas. That was the main thing, because I was like, okay, if it gets rough, I can go to Dallas. Yeah. I got Langston down the street. I got Oklahoma City and Tulsa right there. So I got about 3-4 major cities in the area. Then I got the countryside, and I'm close to home, about 4 or 5 hours away. Ain't too far. It's far, but not too far. Too far. Washington was too close. It was too close. It was like being in Monroe. I was like, nah, I can't do it. So y'all do y'all recruiting. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Location. First had the grades, of course. Location. You know yourself. You know yourself as a kid. I know, like I said, I know if I had a kid, and this what I'll give my kid too. This great book right here.
Oh man. Hey.
By King Shavers.
Yeah, appreciate that.
By some artist named King Shavers. About the recruitment. That's what I'm giving my son. I'm giving the real. Yeah. I'm like, son, I know you. You my son. So I know you don't like to party. I know you want to see girls. Like y'all do. Y'all parents, y'all gotta be real with y'all kids. That's what's wrong with y'all. Exactly. Be real with them. Y'all know y'all kids. Like my mama knew me as a kid. She knew me as a kid. She like, I know you don't go there. She already knew because it was close to Dallas. Yeah. I want to get out of the country. I want to see other people, different things, stuff like that, explore. She knew I wanted to go to Southeastern. She already knew I was real. She like, I know you're gonna pick that probably over Arkansas. Cause like being at the crib. But y'all gotta be real with y'all self, and y'all gotta be real with y'all kids. Like I said, expectations gotta be a little bit lower. But, you know, always shoot for the dream. Always shoot for the sky. I want y'all to go to Alabama, LSU, Texas. Of course, I had my big five growing up too. But then you gotta realize too, don't get down on yourself, because you can make it from anywhere, especially now. Man, y'all can make it from a D3. I see, like I said, when you played against people, I played a lot of people in the league. Monty Bryant, like I said, Cedric Bent, that boy from Southern Arkansas, I forgot his name. Yeah. Abilene Christian was pumping more. They were D2 at the time. They were pumping out more D1. Pumping them out. They were pumping the NFL players more than some D1 schools. Exactly. Way more than some D1 schools. Commerce, Kingsville. Like you can get nowadays, as long as you can ball and don't be discouraged or sad just because you're going to a smaller school with D3. Even if you go with D3, ain't nothing wrong with that. It wasn't for me. Nothing. But you know, all you need is that look. I forgot what wide receiver playing in the league right now. I think Adam Thielen went to a D3 school. Yeah, he did. He did. Him and he won the best wide receivers in the leagues. Right. It's a couple other receivers went D3, man. A lot of people went D3. A lot of people went D3, D2. And that's what I say right now. It's like one of the best times to like be. I guess it don't matter where you go. It's like if you out here, you putting in that work, they gonna find you. They gonna find you. It used to be almost cliche back in the day, but now it ain't no denying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, you put that film out there, bro. If you cold, you cold. It's a bunch of college, and it's way more D1 schools now than it was when we was growing up. It's like I said, Abilene Christian, they were D2. They D1 now. Commerce about to go D1. Carter Word D1. They were D2 for like a year. Like you got Liberty, all these other schools. Like all that matters is like if you ball. That's the main thing. If you ball, you don't get picked, no matter where you at in America. Like I said. But yeah, them grades. Know yourself. Like I said, know yourself. If you know you a party guy, like I said, don't party too much. Don't flunk out. And don't get in that dark side. Like I said, I was always on that positive side. Like I drank. I ain't gonna lie, I drank. Didn't smoke. Never was a smoker because I didn't want to lose my scholarship at all. My mom was gonna beat my butt if I lost my scholarship, and I never, you know what I'm saying, never indulged in that. But like I said, I did a little drink from time to time, party, but that, you know what I'm saying, it's part of college. Yeah. Part of it. Just be responsible, be safe with it. But know yourself. Know if you like females, hey, go to a school that got some females. Right. I know I tell you this story, Jamal. Jamal was one of the best running backs come out of Texas. Jamal was I need to get him on this show. He'll be fun. But Jamal was one of the best running backs in Texas history. I think he's number 5 in the rushing all time. Really? And he one of the ones, he did the same thing like me. Had 5-star coming out of high school. He went to Irving. Man. Some school in Irving. They were trash anyway. But some school in Irving went to. And shout out to JB. But yeah, he went to a trash school in Irving, but he was cold. Jamal went to Georgia Tech. I'm like, man, why you went to Georgia Tech out of all these schools? Man, he had, I'm talking about everybody, Alabama, the LSU, Texas, USC. And he took all his visits. He'll tell you, he took every single one. And he was like, man, he said, like I tell y'all, know yourself. He knew himself in Georgia Tech because of the women. He said, Simeon, he ain't nothing like Atlanta. He said, I loved it. He said, no cap, dark side of the game. Why got 10 baby mamas right now? That's my boy. Shout out to Jamal though. But they got a lot of girls out there. They got a lot of females. But like I said, he parted, but Jamal also graduated from Southeastern. He transferred in, partied a little bit too much, went Southeastern. And but he got his degree. That's the main thing in the day, that degree. And a lot of y'all gotta realize, you'll realize by your sophomore, junior year, if you're gonna make the league. It might be injuries that might mess. It might not just be talent, it might just be injuries. Your body breaking down, because that's what happened to me. My body started breaking down. And some people, I remember I was about to go to a camp. They were talking about going to I remember that regional combat. They were talking about going to fullback. I'm like, nah, I ain't going fullback. I don't want to get hit. I don't want to feel like blocking. I'm like, nah. I might just, you know what I'm saying, be realistic with yourself and find a degree. Another thing too, a lot of y'all guys gotta figure out what degree y'all gonna go in. Don't do no general studies. Don't be lazy. Don't be that typical athlete. Y'all go to these. I hate the kids that go to these big schools and y'all waste them degrees, man. Get you a good degree. You go to LSU, they got an agriculture program. The program not that hard. The college ain't that hard. I'm just be with y'all. College ain't that hard. If you go, that not the C's really. The C's don't matter. You can make whatever in college. As long as you get a C and you get a 2.5, you can graduate. As long as you get higher than 2.5, you're gonna graduate. So just go to class. Go to these agriculture. LSU got a great engineering agriculture program. Southern got a great engineering program, mechanical engineering program. I know Tulane. I already knew I was gonna major in. I was gonna be a doctor. I was gonna try and be a doctor, or I was gonna do industrial hygienist. So look into the degree programs before y'all go there. Check them out. See what that school known for. Say, I know Southeastern. I'll tell you how I picked my degree. So my first year going in, I'm like, I'm about to go to the league. I was that mentality. Look, I'm about to go to the league. I'm about to do 3 years. And I'm playing my first year too. I say I'm about to get like 10 sacks, get in, run the back, go right quick and get out of here. Nah, it ain't happen like that. So I majored in business, general business coming out of high school. I was like, nah, this ain't for me. To the accounting, had a crazy accounting teacher. Shout out to Izzy, he gonna be on here. He'll tell you about that Miss Hintz. She was crazy. I couldn't do accounting. I took art, graphic design. Don't be discouraged if you got to switch some programs up, man. If it ain't for you, switch them up. Don't be scared about being there an extra year or a couple months. And if you really want to push through it, do summer classes. I'll tell you this: don't listen to your counselors. I'm telling you that. Don't listen to your counselors. Don't ever listen to your counselors. That's another dark secret a lot of people ain't gonna tell y'all about. Don't listen to the counselors at all, because they don't know you. Hey, they told me I was supposed to graduate 2015. I graduated 2014. You know why? Because I looked at my schedule, I added up my own hours. I said, you know what? Boop, 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 boop. I mean, I'll take this in the summer. Boop, 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 boop. I said, man, I can graduate this semester.
Exactly.
And you got to realize, too, it's not that they're trash. It's just because you're at a college. There's hundreds of thousands of kids. Depending on where you go to, you go to Purdue or Michigan, they got hundreds of thousands of kids. They don't care. They care about you, but they not. It's too much.
Right. And having been at a school, like any college, actually, shoot, they split up in so many different ways. They just trying to make sure they get you in enough credit hours for that semester, and they got to bring in the next guy. It's all day. It's like, exactly. So and it's hard to go ahead.
No, go ahead. Give them a back.
I was about to say, it's just hard for them to actually sit down and actually talk to you, get to know you, and see what you really are interested in, and see
what's your interest.
What's your interest and what's your strengths and weaknesses. Like they don't have time. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. So that's one thing I liked about Purdue. Even though I had like an actual guidance counselor or academic counselor, I also had one on the team that was assigned to me. So he was kind of like her accountability partner. He made sure that everything was like in order. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the one that we built a relationship with, and he knew what was going on, and he'd be like, "Hey, that's not gonna work for him. We got this, and this going on. We need to try to make it work a different way." And that's what having like an advocate like that. I think that was the biggest thing for me at Purdue, because I knew I wasn't leaving without a degree. You know what I'm saying? So man, you got to, and
you got it.
Oh yeah, got to, man. Shoot, it's crazy. But bro, it's been a great interview, man. I appreciate your time for real. But one thing I always like to do, I always like to ask everybody to leave the guys who's listening to this with a little piece of advice or some insight that you wish you would have had before you went through this whole process.
So one of the things, like I said, guys, grades. Get your grades 70%. I've seen some sorry kids got D1 offers because of grades, man. Get your grades. Get a 3.0, at least 3.0 or above, man. The better your grade point average, the more I'm telling them offers is gonna fly in. I've seen kids. One of my boys, he actually went to TCU 4-star out of college. And when you see you 4 and 5 stars, they still got to get their grades too. Like they get some of their offers cool. I had one of my boys. He was ranked number 2 or 3 D tackle in the nation, but he had to go to TCU. He went to TCU, which was a great choice for him at the time. I bet that's the school he really wanted to go to.
Right.
He wanted to go to LSU, but I think someone had GPA. But they offered him. But like I said, with the Tulane thing, USC, once you commit and once you're at a certain school, they take them offers away from you because it's not their fault. They got to keep going and getting recruits. So, like I said, grades. Get your grades, guys. Know yourself. Location. If you know you're a party animal already in high school, go to somewhere in the country. Go to Pine Bluff. Go to a small school or something like that. If you know you control yourself, go to a good school. Things like that. Another thing, 3 things. Go to the camps. Go to the camps. Go to any camp in the area. Don't be beside yourself and think, oh, I ain't going to Northwestern. It's a small school, man. Go to all them things because the big schools be there too. And you never know. Some of them people with the staff at the smaller schools, they get promotions. And they go to D1 schools. They might remember you like, oh, I remember that kid that went to the Southeastern Oklahoma State thing. And now he the head coach of Oklahoma. And so you could have got you a thing there. And like I said, just counselors. Like I said, that's the man. You guys don't get anything from benefit from me. Like I said, Purdue, like Kimo went to a big time D1. So he had the opportunity. He had his own personal thing. I ain't had that side. Me too. We ain't got that. You on your own. So you know what I'm saying? Be disciplined. Know yourself. Like I said, degrees, pick a good degree, man. I got my degree, the last choice. I actually got my pick from a GA. I asked when the GA, hey man, what we known for? What the school known for degree-wise? We were good for business and we were good for safety, occupational health and safety. That's what I do for a career. I'm a safety manager for Walsh Construction. Really good salary, stuff like that, benefits, stuff like that. So it set me up nice. Like I said, I know a lot of people don't like Southeast. People are gonna have a lot of people that's on here that don't like Southeast, which is understandable. But like I said, I don't like what the gift and the curse. I like what it did for me instead of, like I said, on the off the field things. Like it helped Southeast helped me a lot more things off the field. It taught me, like I said, I got a lot of losses. But I learned how to handle losses. Like I said, I won a lot in high school. I had a big head. When I went to college, I lost a lot. So it actually helped me in life. Because it can't get no worse. When you lose 9 games, 8 games, 7 games a season, you know your head, you know what I'm saying? You like, dang, man. But you know how to handle life. So if somebody at work piss you off, hey, I've been through worse. I've been chop blocked. I've been cussed out of the coach. It don't even matter. It don't even matter. But choose your degree program. Don't get in general studies. Don't get in the business unless you got a business idea. The only business programs I tell you I get in finance and accounting. Find out what your school is good for program wise. Don't get no general studies, no cop classes, no cooking classes. Get a real degree because y'all gonna be panicking. And a lot of these kids, a lot of my young boys right now, they figuring out life is hard because I major in the general industry, or I major in general studies, or I major in physical therapy, and you ain't even using it. Use the degree that you're going to actually use in life, and look up the pay salary. That's what I did too. Look up the salaries. Do your research, man. Do your research. Look at the salaries and what you projected to making, guys. And I'm telling you, look up job opportunities. Take a job questionnaire test before you even go to school. Before you pick that school, look up what do you like as a person. It's a bunch of job questionnaires and emotional tests and all them tests out there. Take them and see what program. That can also help in deciding what school you want to go to, because they'll tell you like basically what type of programs you can be in. And like I said, just do that, guys. That's the main thing. GPA, pick a good degree. Because all y'all ain't make a sad thing about it, all y'all ain't make it to the league. A lot of y'all, like I said, it's only a certain percent go to college. And the sad thing is less than 1% go to the league. And a lot of people, and a lot of great, and don't just think, like I said, athletic ability gonna get it to you. I know a lot of people that's at HU University that will. I'm talking about, I know Kimo, one of the best running backs I see. I ain't seen Joe Magnus. I ain't seen the best running backs Honestly, the best running backs of all time. I know dudes that could have been, they were like hood dudes. They were just athletic that were way, I know could have went to the league. Easy could have went to the league. They just had a grade for that opportunity. So take advantage of that. And like I said, good grades, pick the right degree, if anything.
Man.
Pick the right degree.
Yes, sir. Hey, we can't close it out no better than that, bro. I appreciate your time for real, man. Excuse me. But I'm going to tag you throughout the video, of course, and I'm going to put your social media and stuff in the podcast notes and then in the Instagram post and all that. Appreciate it. Hey, shout out to him for
get the
supporting
book.
the scholarship offer system. Yeah, supporting the movement, baby. And if y'all want to grab a copy of the book, I'm doing something special now called the Football Scholly Bundle. You don't only get the book right now, you get the book plus a whole bunch of stuff, literally everything that you need to get on the radar, get recruited, get signed. You just have to go to football. Go ahead, bro.
Chemo, if you kind up for this thing, Chemo is gonna give you a scholarship.
Hey, that's the plan.
As soon as my kids come out the womb, they're gonna see Uncle Chemo, and I ain't gotta do no work. But the reason why my mama would have got with Chemo if he was there at the time I was in high school. The reason why my mama sent me and paid the money for them camps, so at least I got an opportunity. A couple $100 is very minimum to that 600,000 debt you're gonna be in when you could have been playing sports and you could have been going this Chemo plan and got you a scholarship. He do all the stuff for you. All you gotta do is just play.
That's it. Yes, sir. So hey, that's the best commercial ever, bro. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
That's all you gotta do.
Yes, sir. So go
and it's an easy read too for y'all.
It ain't big, it ain't long.
It ain't big, it ain't long, man. I read this book in 2 hours.
Yeah.
So it's gonna save you millions.
You hear me? And it got pictures, so you good.
And it got pictures. For y'all who can't read, he got pictures in there too. It's easy.
Huge, yeah. So hey, go grab y'all copy. It's at fbschollybundle.com. I'm gonna put it somewhere on the video as well. But hey, thank y'all for tuning in. It's been great. Remember, you're only one offer away. We'll see you on the next one.
Peace.